Today we will be reviewing the mythic hero Carbide. Carbide is a soldier, which means he has the unique soldier passive of increasing ranged weapon damage by 10% and increasing his health pool by 10%. As well as being a soldier, he also has the unique subclass of Cobalt Commando. Before we get too far into his abilities, I want to mention, yes, his armor upgrades once at level 3 and once at level 5. There will be a link in the description of this video to a Reddit thread that shows what his upgrades look like. His first ability is what I will dub an exalted ability after Warframe's exalted weapons. It is a pair of dual-wielded double pistols. We will get into what the pistols do later on in the review. His next passive is one that most, if not all, soldiers have. Debilitating shots. Every time you hit an enemy with a ranged weapon, you will deal more and more damage per shot hit. This is obviously better with piercing, fast-firing weapons, and less effective with launcher and shotgun type weapons. With the base perk, the damage from debilitating shots will stack up to 15%. However, with the upgrade, your debilitating shots will stack up to 25% extra damage. His next passive increases the damage of his exalted pistols by allowing them to apply debilitating shots. His next ability is Shockwave. Shockwave knocks back enemies within 1.5 tiles. His next passive, Power Impact, increases the range of Shockwave by just over half a tile. His next passive increases the damage of his exalted pistols, allowing them to deal increased damage over time. We will still be waiting to get into his exalted pistols until a later passive though. His next passive buffs Shockwave, reducing the cooldown by 15 seconds, allowing him to use it more often and giving him much more breathing room. His third and final ability is Frag Grenade. Frag Grenade is just as it sounds. It is a grenade that you throw and it blows up, dealing massive damage. His next passive is Zip Zap. This allows his dual pistols to pierce enemies and ricochet. After going over Keep Out, we will be going over his exalted pistols. His final passive is Keep Out. When you throw a grenade, there will be a passive shockwave that continues to damage enemies once every second for 10 seconds whenever you throw it out. This does massive damage over time and is useful for clearing husks out of certain areas. Now we will finally be going into his exalted pistol ability, Lefty and Righty. The first thing to note is its extremely high cooldown of 150 seconds or 2.5 minutes. When he activates this ability, he will take out two pistols, dealing energy damage over 10 seconds. You can fire 6 times second, so if you manage to click your mouse or your controller 6 times second, you will be able to shoot 60 times within that limit. Lefty and Righty also apply debilitating shots, which stacks with his Zip and Zap, which allow him to pierce enemies and ricochet. When the ricochet hits an enemy, it will reapply debilitating stacks and stack further. With the final perk relating to Lefty and Righty, Corrosive Clips, you will deal massive damage over time to all husks hit by your pistols. I won't be going over his support bonuses, but if you wish to look at them, here they are. So, what do I think about Carbide? I see him as a solid alternative to Raven, if you don't have him. Although both have their ups and downs, and I will be making a comparison video of them hopefully next Tuesday. I will say though, the Keep Out passive on his grenade makes him more focused around his secondary abilities rather than his primary exalted pistols, unlike Raven, which I think is a good way of making them unique and separate characters. Overall, as a soldier, he does massive damage over time, although he lacks a lot of upfront damage. If you enjoy playing soldiers, I really do suggest picking him up, as he is completely free. Thank you all for watching this review, and I hope to see you Friday, where I'll be reviewing Raven.